Alright guys, looking at something different, and I know for a fact I have never done a video on one of these before. Bought this one off of a customer a while back, and I wasn't paying attention when I got it. Obviously it says mobile right on the front, but I thought it might have been a bass amp, but I wasn't paying attention. He gave me a decent deal on it, considering the tubes that are in it, and the real value in this thing is the tubes that are in it. Not to say it's not a very cool amp, vintage tube type mobile amp, thing of the past obviously, but this thing is one drive and three, and I do believe it has 8950s in it. I'm about 90% sure that's what's in it. I haven't taken the covers off of it, but if you know, the 8950s were very popular tubes used in Mako amps, as well as these PAL amplifiers. They used 2057s and 8950s. Now the 2057 is the higher output, more rugged version, I guess you would say, even though the 8950s are extremely durable and top of the line for sweep tubes. I've got a little Mako 75 sitting back here behind me that runs either 8950 or a 2057. It'll run, you know, either one. And right now it's got a 2057 in it. But again, this is a mobile amp. One drive and three configuration. There's your three, and there's your one right there. Just forewarn you, when I key this thing up, if you've ever messed with a mobile tube amp, they do make a terrible noise. You would have to have this thing, if you were really going to run it in a mobile, you would want it away from you. That way you wouldn't be picking it up over the air. But I've had these, the Black Cats, and they all make the squealing noise when you key them up. Surprise, surprise, everything seems to function on this amp, even the sideband delay. The preamp even works, which I'll try to demonstrate that real quick. I'm testing it with my Uniden 76. Haven't had this one hooked up in a while, and I figured I would test it with it. Maybe a little bit too much radio for this, but again, the 8950 tubes are extremely durable. And I haven't made my mind up what I want to do with this thing yet. I'm scared to death to put it on eBay, because sure as a world somebody would get it and steal the 8950s out of it and then try to do a return on me. So, you know, I would sell this directly to somebody, and like I said, there's a lot of value just in the tubes in it. So if you're somebody that's got a Mako 300 or something and you're needing good tubes, or even a Mako 200, which I think a Mako 200 is one drive and three or straight four 8950s. But anyway, we'll show the preamp working here. I'm just going to key up my radio in the background. So about 8S units there in the red, and that's with the preamp on. So we turn the preamp on, it actually works. Sorry if that busted an eardrum. We'll turn it back off. 6S units. So surprise, you know, it's rare to find a preamp working on some of these tube amps, but this one actually works. Sideband delay, it works. Guess you guys are hearing that noise I'm talking about, the little squeal noise. There it is in AM. The meter on the front, hello, hello, hello. It works. There was a light that was working in it when I first turned it on, but it's quit working since. So, but the meter itself does work. Standby switch works. Hello, 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 audio. So not keying the amp when it's in standby. This is a high and low. Basically supposed to be 350 watts on high, 100 watts on low. I don't know if they rated these things. I'm assuming they rated them for peak, PEP, and it's doing well over. It's doing well over 350 watts. It's putting out about like a hot Mako 200 would. If you're familiar with a Mako 200 bass amp, that's kind of how it's putting out. So I based that off of it working well. I've already pre-tuned it, 2 tuners here on the front. I just tuned it for peak output, peak swing, just audio. Turned it real quick, unkeyed, audio. Turned this one and peaked out the power on it. I didn't tune it for average, I just tuned it for PEP. Relatively low drive, I would say for sure. You know, 2 or 3 watts going into it, probably plenty. I keyed 4 watts into it earlier with another radio. I didn't want to hook up one of my my good radios up to it initially, because tube amps sometimes will backfeed if you're not careful, if you've got one that's got an issue. So I hooked up a stock Uniden 66, and it was keying 4 watts into it, and it was making this thing key 300. So about 2 watts would be my maximum recommended drive on this thing. But let's go over here and check it out. We've got it hooked up to my power supply, obviously, and it's going to pull some juice. We'll hook the clamp meter up to it here in a second. These tube amps do pull some pretty good power. So let's go over here and show you what it does. Average power first. 1,000 watt slug. Looking at the bottom scale. Hello. 200 average. Again, sorry about the noise, but that's just the nature of the beast with these things. So 200 watts average. And let's go to PEP. Hello, audio, 500 watts, audio, radio, 1, 2, 3, audio, test, 1, 2, 3, test, audio, 1, 2, 3. So 500 watts PEP. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put the clamp meter on it here. We're hooked up directly to the back of the amp. It's got terminals back here, and we're hooked up directly to it. So we'll go over here and test, see what kind of current it's drawing. Hello. So 62.7 amps. Like I said, these things will pull the juice. You know, a transistor amp, the equivalent, like 41446s, it ain't gonna pull but 30, 35 amps maybe. And this thing's sitting here pulling current like a 4-pill. So there it is, guys. I would sell this to somebody. If they wanted it. Like I said, the value's in the tubes. I mean, I don't know what this thing would bring on eBay, but I mean, the tubes in it are expensive, and as you can see, it's holding tune. It's not falling back. So, you know, can I say the tubes are 100% in it? No, I mean, they're probably less than that, but I would say they're, you know, 85% plus to be showing that kind of power and to be holding a tune and not falling back. So, you know, 8950 tubes, I don't even know what they go for now. Somewhere between $75 and $100 a piece for good ones, and I would do better than that. You know, there's 4 of them in this amp. I would do better than that on the amp itself, a little bit anyway, and then you could do whatever you wanted to with the amp, or heck, buy this thing and run it. You know, just don't have it sitting close to you so you don't have to hear that awful squeal. I think a lot of people used to run these in the trunk of their cars and stuff. Obviously that was before my time, when these things were out and about and being used regularly. That was definitely before my time. But there it is, guys. Pretty nice shape. Looks like somebody had some holes in it here. They had a fan put on it or something, and I would say it could use a fan. It's not scalding hot or anything, but if you were really going to talk on this and use it, it would definitely need a fan. So I'm open to trades on this thing too. If you have something that I need and you just like this kind of stuff, I'm open to trades on it. Maybe you're somebody that needs 8950 tubes. I've got about 4 8950s and about 12 or 13 2057s, and I only have 1 amp that uses them. So my little Mako 75, and I don't see myself going through that many tubes in my lifetime. So anyway, guys, there it is. Sorry to ramble on, but figured this would be a cool video, something you don't see every day, and a pretty nice little amp. Appreciate the guy that shipped it to me. Thanks, man. I enjoyed doing a video on this and testing it and hooking it up and seeing what it was all about, and maybe someone sees this and gives them some info. But there it is, guys. PAL 350M bilinear. The bilinear means it's a linear transmit booster basically and a receive amp. And you ever see bilinear, that just means it has a preamp on it as well. So that's it, guys. Oh, we can test it on low before we go. Let's see what it does on low. Almost forgot. Peak power on low. Audio. Almost 300. So tell these videos don't get edited or anything. And I'm not going to reshoot the video just because I foobarred a little bit. Alright, you guys have a good one out there. Rooster in Tennessee. Questions, comments, complaints, let me know. shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Catch you guys on the band. See you, bye.